Hi! So, I was, again, surfing on YouTube, and I found this video called Geisha Girl, which is basically a tutorial of sorts on how to do the traditional Japanese makeup, and it was pretty close, it was good, but it wasn't quite there. So I thought that since I took about 10 years of Japanese dance, that I would, because I have all the stuff, that I would do a little tutorial on how to do the makeup or something like it. So you're going to start out with what we call Pan-Stik. I don't know what the real name is. If that's it, great. It looks like this. It's to even out the tone of your face, and you're also going to want to use a sponge, just a regular makeup sponge, and just kind of pretend you're a warrior here. Oops. Just kind of streak across your face. Doesn't have to be pretty, because you're going to blend it all the way anyway. So you take that sponge that you have and just blend away. Alright, so once you have all that blended, you're going to want to take, let's see, this is kind of a light skin tone solid, and well, this used to be the white makeup. We used it all. So this is not, what I'm doing is not going to be nearly as light as what it really would be, but we're going to try. So you're going to take a mix of the white and this, I'm just using this, and some water. You can use the top of that container. Use the top of this container, or the other one, depending on which one you prefer. Just put some water in the top and dampen your sponge. Don't make it too wet, otherwise this stuff will run off your face and it won't be pretty. So once you have your wet sponge, just take this and just kind of rub at it. It'll come off onto the sponge, and then just start getting it on your face. If your sponge is too wet, you will feel it. It will feel very wet and very cold. If that's the case, just go in for some more makeup, and if it still won't dry, you can squeeze it out in the water, because you figure you're going to be using it all for the same color. Or you can just kind of dab and wait for it to dry out a little bit. And again, you're just going to want to go over your lips. Go ahead and mix this color with the white. For the white, you can use clown makeup, which is also extremely white, and if you don't want to look like a ghost, you're going to want to try and find some sort of solid, more natural looking color. You can also try Ben Nye, which is a stage makeup kit. That might be of some assistance as well. Try and not leave streaks on your face, because that's not very attractive either. Go ahead and go all the way up to your hairline, and if you're doing this, I'm going to assume it's going to be like a Halloween type thing, and if your neck is showing, go ahead and just kind of streak down your neck, and again, make sure there aren't any streaks. I'm not going to go all the way down to my neck because I like this shirt. I would not suggest doing this in your costume. Go and buy yourself a real cheap $5 shirt. Doesn't matter what color, it doesn't even have to be $5. If you can find a shirt that you're willing to cut up, just buy the shirt, figure out how low your costume goes, and cut the shirt just a little bit lower than that, and then do the makeup all the way to the shirt line. Okay, so now we've got our base. Make sure you got all the way under your eye and, around your jaw. If you want, you could do your ear. It just makes it look more normal. What you're going to do is because the dance comes from the kabuki tradition, you want your eyes to really pop, because that's one of your only, especially with dance, one of your only ways of portraying emotion. So you're going to take a blush and a small blush brush. See, it's real small. Well, not super small, but don't use a big kabuki brush if you can help it. And go underneath your eye. Go ahead, make it pink, make it pop. Also go down the side of your nose here. Don't put a big streak, but it's just to make your nose look more defined. It also, because, you know, being Asian, most Japanese do not have really high noses. So that's a sought-after trait. So if you look like you have a higher nose, which this gives the illusion of having more shadow, it'll look real. That's part of the reason for it, I think. Okay. So once you get your eyes even, and your nose even, we're going to move on to eyebrows. Now, this is going to seem a little backwards, because I'm going to do the black before I do the red. This is because my eyeliner, which is what I'm using instead of grease paint, which is what would normally, like, traditionally be done, I'm going to use the eyeliner because it's slightly more dry than the lipstick I'm using, which is going to go on my eyebrows as well. So I'm going to use a mirror and get this done here. And follow your natural brow line. You know, don't put it way up here, because that just doesn't look normal, and that's not what they do. So I'm just gonna kind of fill it in, put little, make it a little pointy on the end, and just go through. And that's following my natural brow line. I'm not making it arched. I don't pluck my eyebrows very much, so just start with a line, just thin line, and then kind of fill in the center. It doesn't matter how dark, how light, it really will follow what your hair color is. I wouldn't really know what to do if you're blonde. I've never known anyone who danced who was blonde, so we never had to approach that problem. So now we've got that done. They don't have to be dead even, clearly mine are not, but natural eyebrows aren't even. But if you want to make them even, go ahead, you can fill it in. Make sure that you don't have any streaks, because you're so white, it's not very attractive. So we're done with the eyeliner, and no, we're not going to line our eyes, because you don't need to, unless you really, really want to. I haven't done that since I was like really little. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to take a brush. This is from my Ben Nye kit. It's a lip and eye brush. And I'm going to take a lipstick. This is kind of dark, and I know it's a little bit hard to see, so it won't be as bright. Oops. Crap. You see, the nice thing about eyeliner is that if stuff like that happens, where it smudges, you can just rub it in. Or you can cover it up. Because with grease paint, that would be the death of you. You would have to, like, take it off and do it again. Anyway, moving along with eyebrows. I'm using a brush because this is melty and because I need to do precision. So just kind of coat your brush, and this will blend in, but it's not, it's necessary, you know, just because it makes it more feminine. Okay, let's get started.